Okay, picture this. You walk into a sleek silver pod. The door closes behind you with a soft click. The walls start to glow. You can feel a low hum vibrating through your feet, your chest, your teeth, and a countdown begins. 3, 2, 1. Flash of light and then silence. You open your eyes, you're standing in Tokyo just like that. You can smell the street food, you can hear the traffic, you can see the neon signs blinking in the rain. You look down at your hands, same hands, the little scar on your left thumb from that stupid kitchen accident 3 years ago. Still there. You remember your name, your mom's birthday, your Wi-Fi password, everything. You made it. You actually made it. Except you didn't. The you that walked into that pod, dead. Completely, totally, permanently dead. Disintegrated atom by atom, molecule by molecule. Every single piece of you gone, like you were never there. The thing standing in Tokyo right now, the thing about to order ramen, the thing that's going to call its mom and say, I made it, that's not you. It just think it is. And today we need to have a very uncomfortable conversations about why teleportation, even if it worked flawlessly, even if it worked perfectly every single time, might be the most terrifying technology that human could ever build. Alright, first things first. Let's put Star Trek aside for a second. No magical beaming. No sparkly dissolve effect. We are talking about what real physicists and philosophers think teleportation would actually look like if we ever manage to build it. The most serious version people describe, it's not magic. It's basically a very advanced copy-paste operation, and it works in 4 steps. Step 1. Scan. The machine scans you. Every single atom in your body. Every neuron in your brain, every single connection between those neurons, and those connections are what hold your memories, your personality, your sense of humor, your love for your family. Everything that makes you, encoded in the structure of your brain gets read and recorded. We are not talking about a quick X-ray here. We are talking about a perfect, complete blueprint of every piece of you down to the subatomic level. Step 2. Transmit. That blueprint, your complete information, gets sent across space. It travels at the speed of light to wherever you want to go. Tokyo, the moon, Mars, doesn't matter. It's just data now, just a signal zipping through space. Step 3. Rebuild. On the other end, a machine takes that blueprint and builds you again, from scratch, using raw materials that are already there. Atom by atom, it assembles a perfect physical copy of you, your brain, your body, your scar from the kitchen accident. Step 4. Delete. And here is the part nobody likes to talk about. To make sure there aren't suddenly 2 of you walking around, which as we will see cause massive problems, the original is destroyed. The version of you that stepped into the pod is disintegrated, erased, gone. Clean, right? Logical even. Almost elegant. Now here is the part where it gets very dark. The machine works perfectly, and it kills you every single time. Let me ask you something. And I want you to actually think about this. What makes you, you? Is it your memories? Is it your personality? Is it the way you laugh at your own jokes before you finish telling them? Is it the specific arrangement of 86 billion neurons sitting in your skull right now? Or is it something deeper? Something that philosophers call continuity of consciousness. The idea that there is an unbroken chain of experience that has been running inside you since the moment you were born. Think about it. Right now, in this moment, there is a thread, a continuous, unbroken thread of being alive that connects who you are right now to who you were yesterday. Last year, when you were 5 years old sitting in the back seat of your parents' car. You go to sleep at night, and yes, you are unconscious for hours, but your brain keeps ticking. The thread doesn't break. You wake up and you are still you, the same continuous you. Teleportation snaps that thread. Completely, permanently, no repair. The original you, the you with that unbroken chain going all the way back to the beginning, is destroyed. Atom by atom, the machine takes you apart and throws you away. The copy that appears on the other side, it wakes up feeling completely fine. It has every single memory you ever had. It will finish your sentences. It will cry at the same movies. It will love the same people. And it will be absolutely, completely convinced that it just teleported. But here is the truth. It didn't experience the journey because it didn't exist during the journey. It was assembled from scratch moments ago. It's not you continuing your life. It's a brand new person who inherited all of your memories like a hard drive that got copied. Let me put it another way. Imagine I walked up to you right now with a perfect brain scanner and copied everything. Every memory, every thought, every personality quirk into a new brain, a new body, a perfect physical copy of you, and then I killed you. Would the copy be you? Or would it be a stranger wearing your face with your memories, living your life while the real you is simply dead? Most philosophers, when they really sit down and think about it, says it's the stranger. The copy might argue with you. It might get emotional. It might say, I remember being you. I am you. I am standing right here. But those are just memories, just data, not the real continuous experience of being you. You step into that pod, you die. A replica steps out the other side. And it lives your life. And it will never know the difference. And neither will anyone who loves you. Okay, now let's talk about what happens when something goes wrong. Because machines have bugs. Software crashes. Networks drop. Imagine this. The machine scans you perfectly. Sends your blueprint perfectly. Rebuilds you in Tokyo perfectly. But there is a glitch. The deletion process fails. The original version of you is still standing in the pod in New York, confused, a little dizzy, wondering why nothing happened. Now there are two of you. Both of you are completely real. Both of you have the same memories, the same fingerprints, the same deeply held opinions about pineapple on pizza. You are by every single possible measures, physically, psychologically, genetic, identical. So now what? Does one of you have to die? Which one? The original who technically never went anywhere and never agreed to be deleted? Or the copy of you who feels just as real, just as alive, and has done absolutely nothing wrong? Who owns your house? Who is legally married to your spouse? Who goes to work on Monday morning? Who has to be switched off? And is that murder? Because think about that. You would be killing a completely conscious, completely innocent human being who has the same right to exist as you do. A human being who, from the inside, feel exactly as real and alive as anyone. And here is the part that really gets under your skin. From the inside, standing in their own bodies, looking through their own eyes, the original and the copy feel exactly the same. Neither one can prove they are more real than the other. Because in every meaningful physical sense, they aren't. They are equals. Teleportation doesn't move people, it duplicates them and then deletes one copy. Ideally, before that copy realizes what's happening. And just when you thought we would hit the bottom of the horror, physics walks in, sits down and says, actually, it gets worse. There is a principle in quantum mechanics called the no cloning theorem. It's not a theory, It's not a maybe. It is a proven fundamental rule of the universe that says it is physically impossible to make a perfect copy of an unknown quantum state. Read that again. Physically impossible. Your brain doesn't just work like a regular computer. At the smallest level, the level of individual particles, your neurons fire based on quantum processes. The exact state of your mind, your consciousness, your experience of being you, in this moment may be fundamentally, physically impossible to copy. So even if we build the machine, even if we scanned every atom perfectly, the blueprint we sent might be missing something. Something so small, so deep, so quantum that we can't even measure it. But something that might be the difference between a real copy and a close but not quite copy. The version that arrives in Tokyo has all your memories. It walks and talks exactly like you. But something is slightly off. Something is a little colder, a little emptier. Because whatever really made you, you, whatever the quantum essence of your inner experience was, didn't survive the scan. The copy doesn't know. It thinks it's totally fine. But it isn't you. Not completely, not really. Okay, look, we are about to get to the part of this video that is genuinely going to mess with your brain like existential crisis in the shower level stuff. But before we do, I need a favor. If the idea of being murdered and replaced by a copy of yourself that doesn't even know it's a copy bothers you even a little bit, hit that like button and subscribe. Think of it this way, if you teleport tomorrow and the copy of you forgets to subscribe, at least the original you did it before you get disintegrated. That's the kind of legacy that matters. Okay, back to the horror. Here is the most disturbing part of all of this. Let's say everything we just said is completely true. Teleportation kills you, replaces you with a copy that has no idea it's a copy. The original you, the one with that unbroken thread of consciousness going back your whole life, is gone forever. Most people would still use it. And I mean that. Think about it for a second. From the outside, from the perspective of your friends, your family, your co-workers, nothing changes. The person who arrives in Tokyo looks exactly like you, sounds exactly like you, remembers exactly what you remember. They love the same people you loved. They keep all your memories. They go to the same job. They live your life in every way that anyone on the outside could ever observe or measure. Nobody notices. Nobody mourns. Nobody holds a funeral. And from the copy's perspective, there is no death. There is no gap, no darkness, no moment of, oh no, something went wrong. There is just a flash of light and then Tokyo. Seamless, perfect. The only person who loses is the original you. And the original is gone before it can complain to anyone. So here is the real question. Does it matter? If nobody experiences the death, if the copy doesn't experience it, and everyone around you doesn't experience it, and the only one who experiences it is the original for a fraction of a second before the disintegration completes, is it still wrong? We define death in a lot of ways. Heart stops, dead. Brain activity stops, dead. But what if your body is taken apart, the blueprint is sent somewhere else, and a perfect new body is assembled at the destination? Is that death? Is that murder? Or is it just a really extreme commute? Philosophers have debated this for decades. That's even a name for the problem, the teleportation paradox, a close cousin of the ancient Ship of Theseus thought experiment. If you replace every plank of a ship one by one, is it still the same ship? Now imagine doing that all at once in a flash with a person. And we still don't have an answer that everyone agrees on. Because the honest truth is, maybe there is no right answer. Maybe the question of what makes you you is one that science can never fully measure because it lives somewhere that measuring tools can't reach. Teleportation has been a dream for as long as humans have been telling stories. It shows up in myths, in fairy tales, in every sci-fi franchise you have ever loved. We have been taught by movies, by TV, by decades of pop culture to see it as a progress, as freedom, as the obvious next step. Get in, flash, you're there, simple. But what if it isn't simple? What if every single person who ever stepped into that pod died and the world just never noticed because the copy was too perfect? What if, right now, in some version of the future, billions of people are teleporting every day, absolutely convinced they are fine, with an infinite number of originals are quietly erased, one flash of light at a time? And what if the only reason nobody is upset about it is because the ones who could be upset are already gone? If we ever actually build this machine, there is only one question that matters before everyone presses that button. Am I okay with dying? So that someone who thinks they are me can live. Because that's the deal, that's the trade. The machine doesn't transport you, it kills you, and it sends your ghost to the other side.